Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here chilling. ¿Dónde está mi raza? Hey, I'm doing this video, I'm doing this vlog because there's a lot of people that have been asking me lately what's the differences in living here in the US. Why is it better in the Philippines and stuff like that. Now I have told a couple y'all on my blogs, on my live, and so there's still some new people that are coming on the channel and stuff, and they are basically still fresh and new. So today we're gonna talk about anyways, before I start, check the two blogs before. I talked on this topic, so go in the channel and check out those blogs. I'm also gonna put them in the end screen on the end of the video. Alright, if you want to support the channel more through Cashapp, PayPal, whatever, the links are in the description and in the comments. Alright, so this topic, I already talked about some other stuff. This topic, I'm going to talk about my life and how it's different right now from living in the Philippines and how it was when I was living in USA. Alright, so we're gonna talk about my life in USA first. All right, and there's all kinds of situations, y'all. Everyone has a different situation, but I'm gonna talk about that too. All right, now in USA, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes I did have jobs that paid me really good, and then sometimes I didn't. So it kind of always balanced out. Alright. Now, living paycheck to paycheck. Now, let's compare that to my life now here in the Philippines. Alright. You're living in USA. You're living paycheck to paycheck. You're paying a rent. Most of the places in the USA, you need a car. Okay. In my situation, I needed a car 90% of the time. When I did work really close to my house, the way the bridges and the highways were, I always ended up walking more. Like, I was walking 3 miles a day minimum, so I can save up money to come here. All right, so that's the difference in the US. All right, we're talking about US right now. 90%, 95% of the time you need a car. Alright, you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're gonna pay rent. Okay, you're gonna pay insurance for your car. Alright, you're gonna pay your gas, and depending on your age, you pay more insurance and all of that. Alright, and depending the city, you pay rent, but it all accumulates, it all balances to your wages. All right, the food. My last job, I was working at Home Depot. I was making almost $1,000 every 2 months. I mean, every 2 months, every month. I'm just gonna calculate it every month. All right. Now, when you're single, you don't have kids, of course, they take more. So with taxes and all that, I was probably bringing in like 800. Oh no, I was making 900 every 2 weeks. 900 every 2 weeks. So that's $1,800 a month. All right. Now, the way I was doing it, I rented a room, but I rented a room through a lady that I knew for a long time. So my rent, it was just a room. No kitchen, no nothing. My rent was $300. Alright. Now, if I was to rent an apartment by myself, minimum is $500 to $600 without bills included. I was lucky enough to have bills included and everything. So, but if you know, and I was barely making it too. So if I was paying rent and I had to pay electricity and all that, I wouldn't have made it over there, you know. So my life there, waking up every day, going to work, same routine, just to pay bills, just to pay a car note. You know, versus my life now. All right. Now, before you say, there's a lot of people in the U.S. that make a lot of money. There's Chicanos, you know, like I see them on TikTok all the time. They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on cars, trucks, and all of that. But they're going to work every day. They're showing up to work. How many years are they gonna pay the truck? 6 years, and then they put suspension, 10,000. Blah blah blah. I mean, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars at a young age. Okay, of course you have to work. Of course you have to keep going. But imagine if you invested that money. It doesn't have to be here. It can be in Mexico. In Mexico, you can buy a decent home, 20, 30, 40,000. Those young people out there spending crazy amounts of money on trucks, 100,000, and then they customize them, whatever. You know, they could have been living in Mexico, have a nice house, have a small business, a store, something. And you know, you don't have to worry about the layoffs. In USA, there's a lot of layoffs right now. You have to depend on the company. And you know, your whole life depends on the company. You're laid off, where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do? Time to start all over, right? They're probably gonna take that pretty nice truck of yours away. It's not yours till you pay it off. Nothing is yours. Your home over there is not yours. You if you're 25, 30, you need certain requirements to buy a home. If you're going to buy a home, you're probably going to be paying it for 30 plus years. Alright? So I dug into both scenarios. If I was making a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, where I have a nice truck, whatever, I'm still going to work 60 whenever until I retire. And they want to raise the minimum age for retirement to 70 in US. Alright? So what I'm saying is, even if I didn't move over here, like I would have moved to Mexico, save up my little money, I go to Mexico, have a nice house, I live there good, you know, just worry about paying my bills, whatever. Like, I'm not super stressed. I can do more with my life. I have more freedom. Alright? So my life here now, let's go back to the Philippines now. My life here now, I have more freedom. Okay, I might not want to do what I want at all times. I'm not having McDonald's every day if I want to. I can just pull up in a drive-through. But you know, that's whenever you need to think about what really makes you happy. Pulling up to McDonald's every day, that makes you happy, or what? My life here now, you know, I have 2 houses. Well, one is getting finished. This one is small. It's not a super big house or whatever. But you know, both combined, I think about maybe 3. Well, I'm not done with that one, but I'm averaging 3 to 4K. You can buy a house. I mean, you could build a house. I bought a lot for under 2,000. So with that amount of money, you know, I already have a home, I have a lot, and I don't have to worry about showing up to work at a certain time. I don't have to worry about getting laid off of work. The only thing I need to worry about is finding ways to bring money in to feed my wife, which she's my family now, and if I have future kids. So the difference is, that is the difference, that if I'm in America, I'll be living paycheck to paycheck. If I'm going to buy a house, I'm going to be paying so many years more. Lord knows how many years. Okay? And, you know, stress all the time, going to work, and it's a whole different story. All right. Living in the Philippines is not that easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, it's easy. But you just gotta find a way. You gotta come prepared, and you gotta come prepared. So I can talk about more of that stuff in a whole different video. All right. This is what I want to touch on right now, and that is the differences, guys. That is the differences. Even if you're young, you're making good money. You can go to Mexico, buy your house, get you a business, something. You have more freedom. You can live life longer, or I mean more freely. Experience it longer, explore, instead of just being not any situations like that, but it's all different. Instead of just working paycheck to paycheck, and you in the country where you don't know, you don't know what's gonna happen, or whatever, that you have to work for so many years till you retire. So it could be in Mexico or the Philippines. You get your paper, get it right, go live somewhere where you don't have to worry about so many things. That's the end for this video. I have so much more. Comment if I miss anything or any topic that you want to talk about. Like I said, this topic has many subjects, so I'm trying to do it all. Alright, thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Suscríbanse. Mexicano Nacia, baby. Let's go. Oh yeah, hit that like, share the video.